Most people lose respect the moment they start explaining. Disrespect doesn't come from rudeness. It comes from access. One wrong reaction teaches people how to treat you. But there's one calm sentence that ends it instantly. No drama, no guilt, no arguments. Say it once. And watch the power shift. Most people believe respect comes from being nice, from explaining yourself clearly, from staying calm while taking hits. That belief sounds mature. It feels polite. It feels safe. But here's the brutal truth. That belief is why disrespect keeps happening. Every time someone crosses a line, you explain, you defend, you soften your words. And in that moment, you teach them something dangerous. You teach them you'll tolerate it. Disrespect rarely starts loud. It starts small. A joke, a comment, a tone, public or private, work or family, friends or strangers. And each time you let it slide, it grows. Not because they're powerful, but because you stayed available. Most people don't need a speech. They don't need confrontation. They don't need drama. They need one clear signal. A calm line said once, with no emotion attached, no arguing, no explaining, no guilt afterward. In this video, you'll learn that line, and more importantly, why it works instantly. Section 1, why disrespect keeps repeating. Most people think disrespect comes from bad people, rude personalities, lack of manners. That's comforting, because it removes responsibility. But psychology says something harsher. Disrespect is rarely spontaneous. It's conditioned. People test first. A small comment, a subtle jab, a dismissive tone. They watch what happens next. Do you laugh it off? Do you explain your intention? Do you rush to smooth things over? That reaction is data. When you react emotionally, you show access. When you over-explain, you show uncertainty. When you stay polite at your own expense, you show tolerance. None of this is conscious. It's behavioral feedback. Human beings repeat what works. If a comment gets no consequence, it gets repeated. If a boundary gets blurred, it gets crossed again. Most disrespectful people aren't villains. They're opportunists. They lean where there's space. And emotional leakage creates space. Your face changes. Your voice tightens. Your energy shifts. They feel it immediately. What people think causes disrespect is confidence, status, or charisma. The truth is simpler. Disrespect follows access. Access to your reactions, access to your explanations, access to your emotional labor. When someone learns they can push and you'll absorb it, they keep pushing. Not because they hate you, but because the pattern trained them to. And until that pattern breaks, it repeats. Section 2. The big mistake people make in the moment. Disrespect happens fast. Your body reacts before your mind does. Heart rate spikes. Thoughts race, words rush out. Most people fall into one of three traps. They argue, they joke it off, or they freeze. Arguing feels strong. It feels like standing up for yourself, but arguing hands over control. Now you're reacting. Now you're chasing logic. Now you're trying to be understood. Joking it off feels smoother, less tension, less risk. But humor hides discomfort and hides signal. The other person learns something simple. You'll swallow it. Freezing feels safer than conflict. Silence without intent. Silence filled with fear. And fear is readable. Behavioral psychology is clear. The fastest response sets the frame. When you react instantly, you validate the moment. You confirm it deserves energy. Power dynamics work the same way. The person who controls the pace controls the interaction. Fast reactions remove leverage. They lock you into defense. Now you're explaining context, your tone, your intention. But respect doesn't come from explanation. It comes from certainty. In high-status behavior, responses are deliberate, measured, minimal, because delay signals choice, and choice signals power. The mistake isn't speaking, it's speaking too fast. It's trying to fix discomfort instead of defining limits. And once you react from emotion, the moment is no longer yours. Section 3. The psychology behind calm power. Calm isn't weakness, it's regulation. Stoic philosophy understood this centuries ago. Control the response, control the outcome. When someone disrespects you, they expect movement, a reaction, an explanation, a shift in energy. Calm disrupts that expectation. Psychologically, calm signals certainty. Certainty signals authority. Authority doesn't raise its voice. It doesn't rush. It doesn't compete. Emotional restraint sends a clear message. I'm not shaken. And that message is uncomfortable for disrespectful people because disrespect feeds on imbalance. If you flare up, they gain power. If you collapse inward, they gain power. But when nothing changes, they lose leverage. Silence alone can do this. But silence with intention is stronger. It creates a pause, a vacuum, and humans rush to fill vacuums. That's why calm presence feels heavy, why it shifts rooms. In psychology, this is called frame control. The person who stays centered defines what matters. Precision multiplies this effect. Few words, clear boundaries, no emotion attached. It feels final. Disrespectful people fear finality because it removes negotiation. They can't joke their way out. They can't twist meaning. They can't provoke more reaction. This is why calm power works instantly, not through dominance, but through self-respect. And in a moment, one sentence can carry all of that. Section 4, the one sentence that changes everything. Here's the sentence. Say it once, then stop. I don't accept being spoken to like that. Nothing more. Nothing added, no insults, no explanations, no emotional charge. This sentence works because every word matters. You're not attacking. You're owning your boundary, not blaming, not accusing. I don't accept. Not I don't like. Not I feel uncomfortable. Accept is final. It signals choice. Being spoken to like that, you're addressing behavior, not character. You're not calling them rude. You're defining a limit. That removes escalation. There's no aggression here, no threat, no drama, but there's also no weakness. You're not asking. You're not negotiating. You're not seeking approval. This forces accountability without forcing conflict. Now the responsibility shifts. They must adjust or expose themselves. Tone matters more than volume. Say it calmly, slowly, with relaxed posture. No smile, no anger, no apology. Timing matters too. Say it immediately after the line, not later, not hours afterward. Immediate boundaries train faster. Then stop talking. Silence completes the message. If you explain after, you dilute it. If you soften it, you reverse it. The power isn't in the words alone. It's in the finality. One sentence, one boundary, one decision. Anything more turns strength back into discussion, and respect doesn't grow in discussion. Section 5, how disrespectful people react after you say it. The moment after you say it feels strange because the dynamic shifts. Most disrespectful people react in predictable ways. First comes shock. They weren't expecting resistance, especially calm resistance. Their brain searches for control. Then comes backpedaling. I was just joking. You're too sensitive. This isn't denial, it's retreat. They're testing if the old access still exists. Next comes fake humor, a laugh, a smirk, a quick topic change. This is an escape attempt. They're trying to dissolve tension without taking responsibility. Sometimes there's silence, awkward, heavy. That silence means something landed. If nothing changed, they'd keep going. And sometimes there's a subtle shift. Tone softens. Respect appears. Distance forms. Not because you scared them, but because you defined the line. Here's the important part. Discomfort after a boundary doesn't mean you did something wrong. It means the old pattern broke. Your nervous system may want to fix it, to explain, to smooth it over. Resist that urge. That urge is people-pleasing. And people-pleasing is what trained the disrespect. The silence afterward is not rejection. It's recalibration. Let it happen. Respect settles in spaces where emotion no longer leaks. And the moment feels heavy because power returned to you. Section 6. When to say nothing instead. Not every moment needs a sentence. Power is situational. Sometimes words elevate what should be ignored. Silence can be stronger when the intent is clear. Some people don't disrespect, they provoke. They want reaction. They want emotion. They want engagement. In those moments, a boundary feeds the game. Disengagement ends it. True silence isn't freezing. It's choosing not to participate. No explanation, no visible shift, no emotional leak. This confuses provocateurs because there's nothing to push against. Boundaries are for patterns. Disengagement is for noise. If someone crosses a line once, state the boundary. If they repeat it, distance becomes the message. Overusing the sentence turns strength into performance. You don't need to prove boundaries, you live them. High self-respect doesn't announce itself. It's observed. Silence protects energy. Boundaries protect standards. Know the difference. If your body feels calm, silence is enough. If your body feels invaded, use the line. Then stop. The goal isn't control over others, it's control over access. And access is power when it's chosen, not begged for. Respect was never about being liked. It was about being clear. You don't gain power by explaining yourself better. You gain it by deciding what you accept. When you stop reacting, you start choosing. Choosing your tone, choosing your timing, choosing your standards. That shift changes everything. Conversations slow down, people adjust, some people disappear. That's not loss, that's alignment. Self-respect always shows externally because behavior follows boundaries. Not loud boundaries, clear ones. You don't need dominance. You don't need aggression. Calm consistency is stronger than any emotional response. Say the line once, mean it, then live it. That's your new standard. If this hit you, you already know where you need it. Comment below where you'll use this sentence first. Work, family, friends. And if you want more strategies for calm power, boundaries, and emotional control, subscribe now. This channel is about moving silently, standing firmly, and never explaining your worth again.